Good morning everyone, it's Linda. Welcome back to Tips for You. Well, this morning I want to share with you my healthy morning smoothie. I have this smoothie almost every morning of the week with few exceptions. It's super healthy and it's delicious and it gives me lots of energy. And I'm not a coffee drinker, so this is my pick-me-up in the morning. And I even have an extra tip for you on how you can store it during the day to come back to it if you want to finish it later because maybe you just made too much for yourself. I've gotten it kind of down to a science where I almost make just about what I can drink. I don't make a super giant one, but it is jam-packed with vitamins and antioxidants, and it is so wonderful. So let's get right into it. I will show you how to make it and what I put into it, and I think you're going to love it. Now, when making a smoothie, it's always important to put your liquid first, and I, as my liquid, will always put kefir in first. I like the low-fat plain kefir, and it's super nutritious, probiotics. You'll get your great dose of calcium in the morning. Some other excellent liquid choices to add first would be milk, almond milk, yogurt, although that can be a little thick if you use Greek yogurt, orange juice, pineapple juice if you don't add fresh pineapples. The only liquid I don't recommend you using in your smoothie is tea, because tea contains tannins, and when you combine tannins with a meal, it can reduce your body's ability to absorb certain key nutrients from your food. So we've covered the blades. Next, I'll always put in fresh cut pineapple. That is a staple for me because pineapples are so healthy and full of special enzymes. They're super nutritious, and I'll put about 4 of those in. Before I continue with the rest of the smoothie, I want to show you how to cut a pineapple, and I also want to tell you why pineapples are so incredibly healthy for you. First thing you want to do is to wash your pineapple, and I use soap and water and I scrub it with a vegetable brush real good, not the tree part. And then you're going to cut off the top and you're going to cut off the bottom. Then you'll start trimming down the sides, making sure that you get all of those little dark spots that are part of the skin off. So you don't want to take all the flesh, so be careful how you slice it. I use a bread knife. You may have to go back with your knife and remove some of the little spots. When you've removed all of the skin, now it's time to cut it in half. Go right down the center through the little round core that's in the middle, which is kind of hard. You want to remove this core, so cut it in half again. And what you'll do is you'll have the core kind of on the outside angle. Just take your knife and slice right down that hard part and remove it out. And that's the hard core part, and you can just discard it. If you have a really powerful blender, you can blend it in. I generally don't eat it. I'll just eat the pineapple. And then cut it into chunks, and there you go. And then you'll take the next piece, and you'll cut that core piece out on that angle, taking out that middle round core piece as well, discarding that, slicing it in half, and cutting it into chunks. I really want to encourage you to eat pineapple regularly. Pineapples have a wealth of nutrition. They are full of vitamins and minerals, potassium, copper, manganese, calcium. They're loaded with vitamin C, beta-carotene, thiamine, vitamin B6, folate, and lots of fiber. But one of the most important benefits of pineapple is that it contains bromelain. And bromelain is a protein digestive enzyme that will reduce inflammation, swelling. It will promote wound healing. It will help with digestion, or if you're suffering from any kind of a digestive disorder or an intestinal disorder like irritable bowel syndrome or a stomach virus. And it'll also help you if you have joint problems or muscle problems due to its powerful anti-inflammatory and analgesic characteristics. It's great if you have allergies or asthma because it thins mucus, and it also helps to thin the blood, so it's wonderful for your heart as well. And finally, and perhaps one of the most important benefits of bromelain, is that it has anti-cancer benefits. Studies have found that it prevents tumor growth as well as causes cancer cells to die off. Okay, now let's get back to our smoothie recipe. Now I always put in a vegetable, whether it's a fresh vegetable like fresh spinach or even romaine lettuce, or it's cooked kale, or I'll even put sometimes cooked carrots in, but it all depends on your taste. Today I have some fresh washed spinach. So I'm just going to put some fresh washed spinach in there. And once you put your liquids in, you can sort of put everything in the way you want, in any order that you like. Now every day I always put in a banana. This is a very ripe banana. Normally I freeze them. My daughter likes her smoothies with frozen bananas, and I do that as well. But today, in the interest of time, I'll save the frozen bananas for her, and I always use a half a banana and I freeze the other half for another time. But that's enough for me. Next, I always put in some type of berry. These are blueberries, and that's what I normally put in because they're full of antioxidants. They're so good for you. Studies have found that blueberries have the highest antioxidant capacity among berries, especially wild blueberries, which is what I'm using in my smoothie in this recipe. And I just take a big old scoop with my hand and I just put them right in there. So I'll always have some, and in the summertime I buy lots of blueberries and I freeze them for use in the wintertime, but we have just run out of berries. I made a lot of smoothies for my son when he had his wisdom teeth removed, and I used up my blueberries a lot sooner than I normally do. Now let's put in some healthy little spices, and we are going to add about 3 shakes of cinnamon, which is probably about a quarter of a teaspoon. Cinnamon is one of the healthiest spices on the planet. It's high in antioxidants, it lowers blood sugar, it protects your heart health, it reduces inflammation, and it fights bacteria and viruses. You have a teaspoon. I always add some Kretschmer's wheat germ, sprinkle that in. Again, it's probably about, I'd say maybe about 2 tablespoons or a tablespoon. Wheat germ is just so healthy for you. It is the small portion of the wheat kernel, which is actually the embryo of the wheat plant, and that's why it contains such a concentrated dose of nutrition. Just 1 ounce can supply you with all the thiamine, folate, phosphorus, manganese, and selenium you need in a day. It's very high in vitamin E, which helps protect your body from free radicals, as well as helping to prevent heart disease. It's high in fiber, so it helps keep you full longer and helps regulate your blood sugar. I always put in my flax meal, always. A tablespoon of flax goes in. Flaxseed contains omega-3 essential fatty acids, super important for hair and skin, and helping balance your estrogen levels because they contain both plant estrogens and lots of antioxidants. They're wonderful for your heart health as well. Now again, be creative. If you want to put apples in there, do that. Last week I had papaya. I put that in. And mango. I put that in. Now I always put in a slice of fresh lemon. So with the rind. So you're just going to cut a thin slice of lemon. Make sure there's no pits. Take them out. And you're going to add this right to your smoothie. Now we all know that lemon juice is very healthy for us, and it contains high levels of vitamin C and other antioxidants, and it's a wonderful digestive aid. But what a lot of people don't know is that the lemon peel has an enormous amount of medicinal substances, and it has 5 to 10 times more vitamins than the juice itself. Among the medicinal substances in lemon peel, they are the essential oil, citronella, phelendrine, more vitamin C than in the juice, citric acid, malic acid, formic acid, and it's very high in pectin, which is a fiber found in fruits. And lemon peel is a powerful eliminator of toxins from the body. It helps with your blood alkalinity, and it's a powerful anti-carcinogenic, having successfully demonstrated that it destroys malignant cells in a wide range of cancers. It also helps preserve your smoothie. So if you cannot drink all of your smoothie at this point in the day and you want to save it and store it, having lemon juice in it will keep it fresh. It will keep it from turning brown. It will keep the taste The next thing I always add is a piece of ginger. This is ginger root, fresh ginger root. And if you've never seen it before. And lots of times you can just break a piece off. I just cut a piece off about this much. And I'll wash it and peel it. And then you just put it in there whole. Just a quick word on ginger. We all know that it's wonderful for easing nausea and digestive problems. But it can also help reduce muscle pain and soreness and any inflammation in the body, including joint stiffness and pain caused by osteoarthritis. And it's a powerful anti-cancer food as well. Now you can make it as big as you like. That's about the size I'll make it. If I make it for two, I can add more fruits and I can even add more vegetables. But I find that I also can add dates. Of course, if you add a protein, then it's really going to stay with you more. To increase your protein content, you can add things like cooked beans, nut butters like peanut butter or almond butter, or you can add some whey protein powder. You can experiment depending on what taste you like. I'm going to have this with a piece of my carrot cake for breakfast. And so this is just what I'm doing today. But I just want to give you those options. So always blend it on low first, because you want to chop up the ingredients first. It's a lot easier to make it that way. And when you've got it good and mixed, then you can blend it faster, still on low. Now when things are pretty mixed, you can switch it to high, and then pulse it a few times, and then just put it on frozen smoothie or smoothie. Okay. I blend mine really well because I don't like any little chunks in it. I want it as fine as possible. And there you have it. It's delicious. So let's put it in a glass or a cup, and I'm going to have it. Okay, I've got my mug here. Aren't these cute? My daughter makes these as gifts all the time from Shutterfly. She puts little pictures on them. So here we go. Exactly one mug for me. I'll let it sit, and then this will kind of melt a little bit more, and I'll be able to get the rest out. Every drop counts. Okay, so let's take a sip. Absolutely delicious. You're going to love the taste, that little hint of cinnamon. It really brings out the flavors of the other fruits in the smoothie. One thing I do want to say, that whenever you have things with berries in it like this, always rinse your mouth after you're done, so you don't stain your teeth, because blueberries and berries really do stain your teeth. And if you're new to my channel, I hope you'll subscribe, because I have a lot more to come, something of interest to everyone. And please visit me at my blog spot, where I do a lot of writing, and I'm also on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram, so we can stay connected there as well. Well, if you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and share it with a friend. Okay, bye-bye now. Have a wonderful, wonderful day.